The last bit that's going to be of interest specifically around usage, right? I mentioned controlling these, right? If you're doing using a subscription, you don't have to worry quite as much. We have same defaults around like EDR, and obviously you can customize all that. But if you're doing the usage billing, then you really want to control exactly what it is that's coming through. So the main way to do that is through exfil control. So this service that you can enable will install default profiles for the various platforms for you. And that is, what gets put in default. So let's open up the Windows one. So here we see all of the events that are sent in real time to the cloud by default on Windows. So we can see it's Windows, no tags, so all Windows boxes. So what you could do is you could create other alternate profiles or just modify those to really only be the specific events that you're interested in. And because, using infrastructure as code and all of our APIs, you can programmatically do the switch between those profiles as well, very, very trivially. So if I give you an example, one thing you could do is, you could make all of your default profiles have effectively, very, very little information in them. And then you could say, when I tag an endpoint, when I want to really start having it go live. So in those cases, what I would do is, let's say I'll be really interested in DNS. So I'm going to create a rule. And I say any Windows box with the collect tag, I want to start to receive DNS requests coming from it in real time. So just doing this means that from this point on, let's say I have my product in your own front end or in your own systems, and you want to say, okay, I want to start collecting DNS from these boxes. All you can do is just set a tag on the endpoints that you're interested in, and then you'll start getting the DNS events coming through. And obviously, the beauty of that is then that's all you're going to be paying for, right? It's going to be like really, really minimal cost. But you can also expand trivially in the future, right? You have an EDR or an XDR at your service. It does what you want, right? It doesn't force a way of doing things onto you. Also, it's worth noting that the agent will also do a lot of caching within the agent in memory itself. So because you're not collecting, DNS requests right now, you can still, issue a request to dump, do a history dump, right? To get the full contextual data cached in the agent and get that flushed whenever you want it. So that's another way to kind of get a large influx of event, in this case, like maybe very security centric events whenever you need it. And that's kind of the biggest way that you would go to regulate and manage, the billing when you're doing usage billing.